young viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Return to Castle Wolfenstein. This is another little multiplayer map spotlight, like all these ones that I've been doing recently at the moment. So yes, hope you're all actually still enjoying these kind of multiplayer map spotlights. Obviously if you are still waiting on me to do some single player content, just bear in mind the only reason why I'm just on a bit of a sort of splurge with these multiplayer maps at the moment is just because I'm doing a bit of testing with RTCW, namely with the real RCW 2.2 mod, just to, you know, see if I can get the Vendetta demo, Vendetta 2 demo rather, working. So obviously, you know, I'm just, like I say, I'm just testing that at the moment, and in the meantime I'm doing these kind of multiplayer map spotlights as filler. But obviously I'm back with another one here. This is an interesting one. This is called Alpine Express, and just looking at some of the screenshots of it earlier, I think this one is very similar actually to a custom map for Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, which I've encountered before, called, I think it was called Bridges, which I'm guessing obviously the Wolfenstein ET version was probably made after this one. But for anyone who doesn't know, Wolfenstein Enemy Territory Bridges is basically a map where the Axis, I think, take control of a train and move it along a series of train tracks. So it's interesting. This one I'm guessing might be fairly similar, I'm not sure. So let's actually have a look at these objectives. So overview. Axis are attempting to blow the rail bridge. Allies are trying to prevent them. Okay, so it might not necessarily be moving a train in this version, it might just be blowing a bridge. Objective 1, prevent Axis from blowing up bridge point 1, prevent Axis from blowing up bridge point 2, bridge point 4, capture bridge flag, bridge point 3. Okay, so Axis are very much on the offensive in this one. Interesting. So I guess we'll play as an Axis engineer. Where are we going to spawn? And straight off the bat I hear the Horse Pheasant lead. Wow, we've got 28 minutes and 7 seconds going there. That's interesting. Is this map about 30 minutes total? That's quite a long round time, that is. Okay, so initial Axis spawn appears to be in a train carriage. Oh. Okay, well I knew this was obviously a rail-based map. Let's take a look at this train. Interesting. Can I get back in there? Shit. Jumped out and now I can't get back in. Oh no, hang on. Hold it. We can get back in this route. So we've got a friggin' machine gun nest right here for some reason. Possibly for defence, I'm guessing. Can I get around that, please? What's down this train? It's like a command car. And there's like a barracks car. Smash a window. Ooh, I say. Is this the engine? Oh, wow. Oh, check that out. It's a little armoured locomotive. It's supposed to be a Panzerlock? Is that what this is? Oh, wow. The Axis train. Ah, I always enjoy, you know, train-based maps in RTCW. Oh, this one's awesome. Already, straight off the bat. Oh, I can even climb up on top of this bad boy. That's brilliant. This is the armoured locomotive itself. Ow, just hurt myself. I can actually climb up here as well. So, you know, as usual with these kind of multiplayer map spotlights, what I'm going to be doing is just sort of exploring the map, seeing, you know, the kind of general layout of it, seeing what there is to see. So this initial Axis spawn point is fairly self-contained by the looks of it. It's got a couple of machine gun nests, presumably for defence. They spawn in the train. It's kind of just a sort of... yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, there's another machine gun nest here. So what are the kind of routes of getting around here? So obviously you spawn on the train. Is there something under here? So that just goes out there. Can we get up this hill? No, that's too slippery. Okay. So it looks like presumably the way forward is through that tunnel up there, unless we can get up here. Is that possible? Oh. Hold it. Oh no. Yep. We can get up here. Is there any reason for coming up here though? It doesn't look like it. No, there is nothing here. It's just... oh no, wait. What's this? Is this... yes, this looks like something that can be blasted down. Hold on. Upper mine. That's what it says up there in the top right. Okay, so hang on. This might be an alternative way for the Axis to get forward to where they need to be. Let's have a look. Where does this actually lead out? That's the question. Careful. Okay, that's a long drop down there. Don't do what I nearly just did there, which was trying to jump to my doom. Okay, the ladder's going down here. Oh, where does this lead? That is the question. We want to drop down here. god, this is precarious, isn't it? Oh dear. Drop down there. Yes. There we go. Careful. We're in the lower mine now, apparently. It's very gloomy down here. Very atmospheric. Okay, we're near the other end. I see. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to throw that down. Didn't want to throw dynamite. I don't need dynamite for that. That'll probably despawn, right? I'm assuming. Oh, okay, right. Bridge. Hello. That must be it then. Right. There's water under here. We can walk along these ice flows. Is that the right word for them? Ice flows. And there's a way to climb up there. That's good. Okay, so is there anything actually just down here other than ladders leading up? It looks like there's a ladder on... Oh, shit. I'm actually taking damage in there. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so the water's been programmed so that you can't go in there. The cold kills you. And I just noticed you can destroy these ice flows as well. Can we do that? Yep, we can, like that. Probably best not to stand on it either. Shit. Can I get out, please? Fuck. Let me out. I'm dying. I'm dying in here. Come on. Let me out of the water. Why? How can I not get out here? I'm slowly losing health, 1 point at a time. Okay, well, whilst I, you know, slowly try and work out how to get out of this thing. Destroy it. Gotta... Come on. Unless I can just get to that freaking thing over there. Hold on, hold on. Oh, come on, really? Well, I can destroy this. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Or maybe I can't destroy it. Okay, do this. There we go, that took it out. So that's how we can get up and out. Jesus. Bloody hell. Right, so the water is deadly, clearly. Okay, so let's climb up here then, actually onto the bridge itself. So I'm guessing this is obviously where we have to, you know, take out the bridge points and all that. It's probably on here somewhere. Is this... Okay, bridge point 4. Okay, that's bridge point 4, right here. So we chuck some dynamite down by this one. And then, oh, shit. Hang on.
Dynamite planted.
On that one, like so. And then this is bridge point 2. Okay. Ah. Bridge point 1. Okay, so this is... All the bridge points are on this particular bridge, so I'm guessing it's just this one bridge right here. Interesting. I notice there's a blue glow here. What's going on? Can we actually climb up here as well? Is there any purpose to climbing up here? Yes. Okay. So you can get a view of the bridge. So you can spray anyone who's trying to come down the bridge with gunfire from this kind of position. Interesting. Right. Access a blown bridge point 4. Yep, that's fine. That's good. There's a way to just wander along here. Okay, this looks like an interesting little position where snipers could sit here to provide sort of cover, long-range cover of the bridge, perhaps. You could use the trees as kind of cover. So, you know, crouch like this, with the tree boughs kind of obscuring your position a little bit. Okay, so that's a possibility right there. Interesting. Let's just jump down. God, I'm on 18 health. Just wondering if there's a blue glow here. Does this mean that there's an allied spawn point? Allied tunnel. Okay. So this presumably leads to the allied spawn point, right? Is that the case? Because it looks like, yeah, we're getting towards an open area over here. Allied tunnel. There's another way up here by the looks of it to... Oh yeah, allied spawn. Look, it says up there now on the top right. We're in the allied spawn area. Okay. Interesting. Right, so the allies and Axis are basically spawning at kind of opposite ends of the map here. That's what I'm taking this to be. Got a little control tower up here, watchtower, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. Interesting. So I don't think there's really anything else though over this side, is there? So obviously, the moment the allies spawn, they're having to run off in this direction. One of the objectives though was to defend the bridge flag, right? Yeah. There's a bridge flag on one side of the bridge. Let's see if we can just find that, actually. Because presumably, of course, you take over the bridge flag, whichever team controls it, maybe gets a respawn setting, perhaps. Where is it? Is it on the Axis side of the bridge? Yeah, I think it's on the Axis side over there. I can see it. Oh, look at the damage we've done to the bridge here. I see. Okay. So... Oh no, hold on. Ah, hello. Axis can't initiate that. Right, so I'm guessing if the Allies move quickly, they can get down the bridge, they can take this flag, and I'm guessing that would reset their spawn point, right? To somewhere around here. Hold on, I just want to see if I can try that, actually. Can I respawn in? Yes, right. Here we go. Okay, so I've spawned here on the Allied side. So if I obviously was to run in this direction, like so, and obviously move very, very fast, I could make my way through this tunnel to the bridge. Obviously, just judging by the fact that, well, the thing is, the tunnel distances seem to be very similar. So Allies and Axis are probably going to arrive on the bridge at roughly the same time as each other. So from the get-go, you're probably going to have a bit of a firefight going on. So obviously in this kind of terrain, long-distance weapons are going to be favoured. So you're going to want snipers, etc, etc. So the Allies will probably, yeah, want a sniper or two positioned over there just to provide sort of overwatch. So they can pick off Axis players coming through this tunnel, or any Axis players who are maybe even trying to come out of the mine shaft. That's something actually we'll have to check. Will the snipers... well, what I'm just wondering is, will any snipers positioned over there be able to have a good sort of view of anyone who's trying to get to the staircase down there where you come out the water? Possibly, I'm not sure. Maybe not a perfect view though, that's the thing. Yes. Interesting. So yeah, Allied strategy I think here is definitely to have some kind of overwatch over there, just covering the bridge in order to defend it. So if you can get a couple of snipers, you can sort of pin down anyone who's trying to come out over here. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. There's also this tower though over here, which is also interesting because the Axis potentially could put a sniper or two up here. They could use this to sort of snipe back or provide overwatch of their own. That is obviously, yeah. Again, this looks like a kind of tug-of-war sort of map, this does, where basically it's just going to be very back and forth, or potentially you're going to have a big kind of slugging match between two sort of factions. Okay, so obviously now that that's under Allied control, I just want to test something. If I kill myself, where do I respawn as an Allied soldier? Okay, redeploying. I'm just going to set myself as a soldier just because. Where do I respawn? No, I'm here. Ah, no, I'm still at the Allied spawn. Ah, so the flag doesn't reset the spawn then. Does it just maybe make the Allied team spawn quicker? That would kind of make sense, because obviously the Allies are on the defensive here. Considering that, you know, both teams can be at the bridge in a relatively quick time. And I'm guessing, yeah, the Allies are at sort of marginally a disadvantage, maybe? Yeah, so maybe that's why there's a flag to capture, just so the Allies can respawn faster. Interesting, yeah. I can see perhaps why that's been added. Also, you can climb up on these big struts here on the sides of the bridge, so another possible point from which you can mount a defence, perhaps, crouching up here, maybe, who knows. Actually, whilst I'm kind of in this vicinity, let's just take a quick look over here, and just take another kind of look at, you know, what sort of view an Allied sniper would theoretically have from this kind of position in this direction. Because obviously they can hit anyone coming through the tunnel, but okay, yeah, from depending on what sort of position they adopt up here, they also do have a view of that staircase down there, and they can sort of move and get kind of a view of anyone coming out of the mine entrance. Yeah. The thing is, you know, they've got a sort of a kind of view of that area down there where I'm sort of indicating with the crosshair. Okay, so yeah, I think definitely an Allied strategy, you'd have a couple of, you know, at least one or two snipers up here. That's a definite must-have, I think, for an Allied strategy on this map. Okay, yeah. So, because the Allies are kind of on the defensive in this one, I think also having a couple of people up here would be kind of useful as well, with a direct line of sight down the tunnel up there. Because that's the thing, that's quite a huge distance. You're going to need sniper rifles on this map. So if you can snipe enemy players coming out there, that would be very, very useful. Yes. And obviously the Axis are going to want to counter that with snipers of their own. But obviously if they're just coming straight out of there, yeah, then obviously, you know, as soon as they come into view, an Allied soldier who's already positioned up here can immediately just pick them off as soon as they, you know, come around a corner. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. And also, you know, if you sort of have someone maybe over at this angle, you can get a fairly good view actually of this entire area down here. Okay, yeah. So the Allied strategy, I think, definitely relies upon snipers. Okay, so how would the Axis perhaps go about doing this? I mean, obviously the Axis have got two routes to actually get here to this area, whereas I think the Allies only have the one route through this tunnel in order to get to the bridge itself. Let's just quickly check that. There isn't another kind of route, is there, near the Allied spawn point, by any chance, that enables them a quicker route, or an alternative route to the bridge? That just goes up there. I mean, I don't see anything. No. There's definitely nothing over here, is there? It's just blocked off. Okay, yeah. Right. I see, I see. Okay, we'll just go up there again temporarily, just to have another look. Hold on, Allied spawn, go up here. There is definitely nothing, is there? Oh no, hold on, there is something over here. What's this? Wait a second. What do we got here? Mountain Path. That's what this is called. Where does this actually take us out, though? Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, it brings you out here. Ah, okay. So there is an alternative path. So both teams have two paths to get to the bridge. So Allied snipers could quickly just make their way here, I'm guessing. Yeah. That would be a good way for Allied snipers to actually transit without the risk of going through the tunnel and potentially exposing themselves to fire coming from the Axis side of the map. Okay, interesting. Yes. So, yeah. Allied snipers probably actually recommended would come down here so they can be straight into a position here whilst also providing themselves a bit of protection on their approach. Because obviously, you know, like I say, if they were to try and get to positions by going through this main tunnel, potentially Axis players coming round from that angle will be able to see them and take a few pot shots at them. Okay, interesting. Well, there you go. There's also something down there that I've noticed that I kind of want to just quickly check out. If I can just drop down without taking too much damage. Come on, get off there. There we are. Oh God, I nearly went off the edge of the bridge there. Yeah, I just noticed this here. There's a little kind of walkway type bad boy that actually does go. Oh, yeah, it goes down to the ice. Yeah, so ooh, interesting. There's actually yeah, two ways that the Axis can potentially get up onto the bridge from this angle. So they could go up the staircase there, or they could try taking this ladder here. This would potentially be a sneakier way of getting past any snipers up there, though of course, well, having said that, of course, when they stand up on here, they're going to be in view of any snipers up there. But having said that, they will be closer and perhaps be able to take a few retaliatory pot shots at them to try and suppress them. Interesting. But obviously, you know, if you can shoot these big ice flows, like so, then the Allies could, I suppose, try destroying a lot of these ice bits, so that obviously, you know, the Axis have to go into the water to take additional damage. So the Allies could theoretically, you know, make use of elements of the terrain here as part of the defensive. Interesting. Like I say, this is going to be a very sort of tug-and-war, slugging match type map, this is, with both teams basically just having to slug it out over a long period. No wonder the round time is somewhere just under 30 minutes. I definitely think that both teams are going to need that. Well, the Axis at least are going to need that. I just want to take another look at this, you know, train. Take another look at it. We've got another big engine here for some reason. Interesting. Axis train. Get up onto the top here. The Axis also do have a machine gun at this point, just covering the tunnel, but having said that, I don't really see any point for this. Because the problem is, the Allies have enough defensive positions over by the bridge itself. Why would they feel the need to come down here? I mean, I suppose they could if they wanted to really kind of take the fight to the Axis spawn point, but I don't really see any reason for them doing that when they could probably hold the bridge down quite well. That's the thing, yeah. Okay, so there are defensive positions around the Axis spawn point, but like I say, I don't really see a need for them, because you know, the Axis have two possible routes that they can go to get to the bridge. So, obviously, the Allies don't really want to be concentrating too many forces on trying to, you know, pin the enemy down in this area, because otherwise, somebody might slip through the mine. I mean, I suppose that could be part of an Allied kind of denial strategy, if they wanted. You know, they could leave the majority of the Allied team in this area just to keep the bridge under cover, and then, you know, maybe send a couple of troops to launch a kind of stealthy or quick sort of lightning incursion towards the Axis spawn point. That's a possibility, I guess. But having said that, you know, you don't want too many Allied players to be doing that, because otherwise you're potentially going to be sacrificing the defence over here. Okay, so yeah. I think, of course, for the Axis, it's going to be a challenging one, just getting here to the bridge and getting, you know, these explosives down. Obviously, they've got a machine gun down there, which they can take over, so I think it's, you know, for an Axis strategy, it's imperative to get that machine gun firing on the Allied positions, get maybe some snipers in that tower. Yeah, so just so you know, you can provide some counter overwatch to any Allied snipers over there, any counter to any Allied snipers up on top of there as well. But yes, so the Axis team will have to really kind of communicate and coordinate their actions quite well here, I think, because obviously they're going to need a few players acting as guards and overwatch. And I think, of course, the majority of their players will probably want to take the engineer class. Because one thing they could try is maybe a kind of saturation attack, where they sort of, you know, try and swarm the bridge with engineers. That's a possibility, yes. We'll see. I don't know. Interesting. That's just a kind of quick thought. So yeah, I think I'll start wrapping up here, because according to the map timer, I've been recording for quite a while there. So yes, thank you everybody for joining me for another kind of multiplayer map spotlight with me, General Red Strategist. This has been Alpine Express, which I'm guessing is an earlier iteration of the Bridges map that would, you know, be made for Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. It's just the sort of layout and the general kind of theme of them is very similar, because, you know, in that map as well, it's all about bridges, that sort of thing. But yes, so the thing is, you know, overall kind of tactical analysis, obviously Allies are on the defensive, so they definitely want snipers in these kind of positions here, just to, you know, provide cover. They've got a machine gun there that they can use as well. For the Allies, it's just going to be about a kind of frustration strategy. They should probably concentrate most of their defences on their side of the bridge, just to, you know, keep things covered. They should only really try making sort of incursions into the Axis spawn area if they have sufficient numbers of players to keep the bridge held down in the meantime. For the Axis strategy, I think, you know, they've got to coordinate very carefully, definitely make use of both kind of routes to the bridge. Certainly, of course, if they're trying to get to the bridge points over on this side, then they definitely probably want to go through there across the ice and up the ladder on this side of the bridge, so the Allies are going to have to watch out for that. But obviously part of an Axis strategy is going to have to be to probably get some snipers in that tower, get a machine gunner there, just to try and, you know, frustrate the Allied defence. So yeah, that's my kind of sort of thoughts on this one. Long range weapons, definitely necessary on this one. There are very few sort of enclosed quarters where sort of short range enclosed, well, weapons suitable to enclosed areas. There are very few areas where those are going to be necessary. So ditch the flamethrowers, you know, only use the grenades sparingly, and, you know, concentrate on submachine guns, concentrate on rifles, things like that. So yeah, there you are, tactical analysis complete. That's another multiplayer map spotlight done with me, John Red Strategist. As I said at the start of the video, of course, you know, I've been doing quite a few of these lately, these multiplayer map spotlights, just because I've been testing my RTCW. Sorry for the pauses, just getting gas from my tea all of a sudden. Ugh. There we are. But yeah, I've been just testing RTCW, namely the real RCW 2.2 mod version, with the Vendetta demo, Vendetta 2 demo add-on for single player. That's the thing. I've been told that you know, there's this demo for what was going to be Vendetta 2, which is available, but I don't know if Vendetta 2 is actually going to come out or if it's still being worked on. But I'll still, certainly take a look at the demo, because I think people have requested that I do that. But if I can get it working with real RCW 2.2, that would be amazing. It's just the installation procedure is a little more complex than if you were just using real RCW 2.1. So yeah, well, depending on how it goes, we'll try and see if I can get it working with 2.2, but if not, then I'll try and get it working with 2.1 instead. So yes, that explains really why I've just been doing this splurge of multiplayer map spotlights recently. So yeah, there you are, everybody. So if you're not doing so already, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, links in the video description as always. You're going to sign up to those to stay up to date with my uploads. But other than that, thank you everybody once again, and in the meantime, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye all. Oh, got him. Shit, get off the edge. Oh! No, go! Get out of here, get out, no, I'm gonna die! Ah! That's that monstrosity finished off. Get over there. See ya. Oh shit, no! Oh, fuck! I did not mean to do that. Oh, please don't tell me I have to kill it again now. Shit! Got to stop it! Yeah. Oh lord! No! Holy crap! This area's horrible. Oh my god, I'm being shot to fucking pieces! Ah! Oh my... What the fuck? Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Whoa! Jesus Christ! Holy shit! Fucking hell! Bloody hell, that did like 1,000,000 damage! This better not be a... Wah! Shit! No! Oh my fucking god! How many... What?